What's up, boys? It's good to see you. It's been a couple days since I've done anything for the channel, but today I want to tell you a story. In my last video, I talked about how I had a race the next day. It was kind of a pre-race mobility video, and I was just, I was thinking around in that video trying something new. And the next day, of course, I had my race, and I placed third in that race. Third in my age group. I beat several collegiate athletes. I'll let you know I'm not in college yet. I beat several collegiate athletes, came third to a guy from U of M and a guy from Purdue, and I've been reflecting on what caused the result that I had in my race, what caused my performance, which was better than I logically should have gotten. What caused my performance on that day? What caused me to beat these guys, beat several of these guys, 4 years ahead of me in training, who train 10 hours a week, focusing completely on triathlon. How was I able to beat these guys training rarely for triathlon, mainly just running my entire season, and with far less volume than any of these guys, far less volume or experience in the team? How was I able to beat people with professional coaches and self-coach my way to that great position in my age group? I think the reason is in itself confidence. I've been reading the book The Confident Mind recently, and it has brought up some new perspectives to me. I think that the reason my race went so well was because of my absolute certainty that I would be able to perform. Let me give you a little backstory, a little race recap, if I may. I felt completely calm the entire race. Going up to the start, at the swim start, I just felt the sheer, utter calm in me. And I was starting with, it was a time trial start. I was starting with one of my big competitors who ended up beating me in the race. And he was struggling. He was in his own head and really just trying to fight through this self-doubt yet. And I really just felt this contrast between me and him. I felt this utter calm while he was in this mental turmoil. And I think that caused me to lead him for the majority of the race. 90% of the race I was ahead. Just that confidence that I would be able to perform. Throughout the swim, felt calm, felt composed, felt very good, and had good transitions through T1, did all my nutrition right on the bike, held good watts, stuck with a good pack, and good T2, came off the bike in a very strong position. And then something happened on the run that kind of made me, in reflection it confuses me a little bit, but in a way it makes sense. On the run, I was about a minute behind one of the main guys I wanted to beat. And over the course of a 10K run, a minute is not a ton. And so off the bike, I just started pushing. And there came to this point where I was just giggling. I was just laughing maniacally in the face of this terrible pain. My legs were cramping up. I was forced to walk for a little bit, my left leg wouldn't straighten because of the cramps. I was hobbling around for a little bit, but in the face of all the suffering, it was just this laughing in the face of it. And I think what caused that is just my pure knowledge that I would win, that I would take him down, and I would perform, I would transcend my training and push to a higher level than I ever had before. Let's talk about how to foster this. Somebody just started using power tools outside. That making me mad. Alright, let's talk about how you can start to build this level of confidence. The first step, I would say, is visualization. I've talked about this in another video, and I think it explains it pretty well, so go watch it, I guess. But visualization, the main benefit it will give you is the subconscious certainty that you will succeed. When you visualize yourself pushing through and succeeding in your goals, your subconscious mind recognizes that as you already having completed the goal. Does that make sense? Your conscious mind, your logical brain, understands that that is simply you imagining it happen, but your subconscious mind recognizes it as you already succeeding. So this gives your subconscious mind this confidence as if you've already done the thing. You've already seen how it's going to go down. You've already accomplished the goal. Your subconscious mind is going to give you this confidence because it thinks you've already done it multiple times. It thinks you've done it repeatedly, and that is going to really power you through all the stress that you're going to have leading up to your big race. Another thing is meditation. This is a little bit off topic, but the simple ability to be able to clear your mind of these negative thoughts and control what is going on in your brain is very useful. Once you're starting to have these self-doubting thoughts, especially in the middle of a race, thinking, I cannot do this, I can't beat this person, having the ability to push those aside is very, very useful, and it will help you be able to take control of every single thought and replace those thoughts with useful thoughts that are going to push you forward. This is really touched on in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I would definitely recommend it. It's worth the read. But the gist of one of the chapters is that either you control your mind or your mind controls you. If you allow your thoughts to run rampant and don't control what your brain is telling you, you're going to be controlled by every single doubting, anxious, depressive thought that comes into your brain. The ability to control your mind in this way really gives you confidence, as it eliminates all self-doubt, all possibility that you couldn't do it. The next step, I would say, is to prepare. If you have all your nutrition plans, all your training plans, all your gear together before the race starts, you have this level of confidence going in because you know you have prepared for this. You know that you have put in consistent effort over a long amount of time. This really affected me during my race because in the 2 weeks leading up to the race, I gave everything into my training. The cleanest diet I've ever had in my entire life. The best sleep, the highest quality sleep I had ever had in my life, the best, most consistent visualization and journaling and meditation that I had ever had. All this just coincided into this one simple, confident thought that I could do this, that I had the power, had the preparation to accomplish my goal. I don't know if this makes sense, but this simple betting on yourself, the simple act of betting on yourself, saying, I'm going to invest this into this race, I'm going to invest this into giving myself a better chance of performing well, gives you so much more confidence. If you go into a race without shaving your legs, say, it's basically an act of saying, I don't care about this race, I'm not going to do well, so it's not worth me betting on myself in this way. It's not worth me investing this time and this energy into giving myself an advantage. When you have given yourself every single advantage you have, when you've done everything you can do, you have this incredible peace and this incredible knowledge that you will succeed, this incredible confidence that is unrivaled. When I went into that race, I knew that I was going to succeed. There was no doubt in my mind. Even on race morning, I was so locked in. Everything was laid out in front of me, and I knew that I would accomplish it. I knew that I would run all those guys down during the run. I knew I would take all these collegiate athletes who are much higher above my athleticism and just blow them out of the water. I was beating these guys by 2, 3, 4 minutes easily on the run. It was as if it was automatic. I didn't have to fight this inner voice saying I am not good enough, that I don't have the level of athleticism to run these guys down. I just went for it. When you do this, you take these incredible risks. And to you, they don't seem like risks because you already know that you're going to succeed. You already know that you are going to win. Your subconscious mind knows you've already done it. So taking this risk doesn't feel like a risk. It feels like what you're supposed to do. It feels like this thing you've already accomplished and you're just running it again. Boys, if you want to create this unshakable confidence in yourself and in your performance, so you can get these incredible races, these incredible performances, what you have to do is you have to commit everything to it. You can't dip your toes in and expect to have a great result. You need to become this archetype of performance. You need to commit everything you have to achieving this goal. And when you do that, this confidence comes with it that you have nothing to lose, that you have done everything you could possibly do to do this incredible feat. I don't know if this makes sense, but the simple act of exceeding everything you've ever done before makes you very confident. You've done everything perfectly, and so if you've done everything perfectly, there's no reason you can't have a perfect race. If you start doing this, if you start really dedicating your life, you're going to A, make drastic improvements, and B, you're going to acquire this confidence. And this confidence is going to change the way you race, and it is going to give you these incredible PRs that you never could have thought you would have. It's not going to completely eliminate bad races, but it's going to make you race so aggressively, so strongly, that these people are going to be afraid to come up against you. You are so iron-willed that you will not accept failure. So start working on it, boys. Commit everything. Start doing visualization, journaling, meditation. Get your diet right. Get your plans right. And once you've done that, everything will fall into place. I'm not going to give you these weird mantras to tell yourself, because maybe they help, but in the end, confidence is a choice. It's giving yourself a reason to be confident. If you're not confident, it's because you don't have a reason to be confident. You need to give everything you can, And with that will come what you want. It will come that confidence that you're looking for. Alright? I love you, boys. Please try it. See ya. Don't settle.